Just blew it! Nike has erased nearly $200 billion in market value as the iconic American brand stock sinks to a 12-year low. But now, not only is the WNBA screaming that, Nike is screaming that as well. Nike's stock is tanking, plunging, and the only person that can help stop this bleeding is little old Caitlin Clark. Oh, isn't it ironic? You wait 2 years to give us a logo. You wait 3 years to give us a shoe. Stock is as far down as it's been in quite some time. And the only person that can really stop the bleeding right now is a Caitlin Clark shoe release.
Nike is in trouble. Real trouble. And the company that used to tell every other brand how to run a business is now doing something it almost never does. It's begging, not for a partnership, but for Caitlin Clark to walk through the door and save a swoosh that is bleeding money in front of the entire world. And here's the part that's hard to watch without shaking your head. Nike had this answer sitting right in front of them for years, and they looked the other way until the stock chart finally forced their hand.
Might be in some trouble. Nike stock just collapsed to its lowest level since September 2014. The company is down 78% from its 21 high. It raised over $200 billion in market cap since then. Nike's literally getting cooked. The last time Nike traded around this price, Ye had basically left Nike for Adidas. Nike easily has one of the most recognizable logos in the world. You can put the Nike swoosh next to Coca-Cola and Jesus, and people will recognize all three in almost every corner of the planet. So why is the Nike stock tanking so much?
ASMR for my first shoe. My first signature shoe.
This is a brand that has been the biggest name in sports marketing for half a century. They set trends, they do not chase them. And yet here we are in 2026. Watching Nike executives quietly hoping a 23-year-old point guard from Iowa can pull them out of a hole that took years to dig.
Did you decide that this was the time to end your college career?
Well, I think there's pros and cons to both sides, and that's what made the decision so difficult. It was almost a win-win, but at the same time a lose-lose because I was giving up something, and I'm just kind of ready for the next chapter and a new challenge in my life. But I think the reason I decided to announce it when I did was just to have that closure, especially going into senior night.
Fans lining up for hours ahead of senior night.
Caitlin Clark!
The last regular season game for number 22, and the moment Clark would make history.
For the record, she ties it with that one. This for college basketball history.
Becoming the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all.
Rewind back to 2023 because this is where the pattern starts. The WNBA itself was quietly pleading for Caitlin Clark to turn pro early, hoping she would jump into a league that desperately needed a spark before ratings and attendance kept sliding. Executives understood exactly what her college numbers were doing to television ratings, and they wanted that audience walking through WNBA arena doors fast.
Caitlin has been a transformational player in this league. She's been a great representative of the game. She's brought in tens of millions of new fans to the game, proud of what she's put on the court. Unfortunately, the injuries held her back from the season this year. But again, I'm not going to get into every point, counterpoint. It's not productive here. We're here to celebrate the WNBA Finals. I think what Indiana just did was amazing with all the injuries they had and everything we faced this year, and bringing that to a Game 5 in overtime.
That plea worked out better than anyone dreamed. Clark turned pro in 2024, and the league got exactly what it asked for. Sold-out arenas, record-breaking ratings, jerseys flying off shelves, and a rookie season that changed women's basketball overnight. Flip the calendar to 2026, and it is not the WNBA pleading anymore. It is Nike, hoping the same player can bail out a completely different kind of collapse, this time measured in billions of dollars.
We need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark, since you refuse to talk about Caitlin Clark. And I care deeply about you. I spent over a decade in your marketing organization. I spent several years trying to get into your organization, and it's been 3 years since I left your company. I'm just here as a friend. I care about you. I want to show you 2 different charts here. One, your stock price since 2021. It is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow play this. Let me show you Google Trends search traffic for 4 female basketball players. There is one who only rivals Caitlin Clark, and that is Angel Reese, and you do not have her. She is over at Reebok. I am so confused as to how you would be so invested in the WNBA for several years, and you have been doing great work to try to elevate and uplift that league and many of the athletes there. But this seems like you have convinced yourself that this needs to be an either-or conversation. And we never have an either-or conversation in the...
Nike has been in the business of building superstar signature shoes for decades. And when they want to move fast, they move very fast. Nike signed Michael Jordan in 1984, and by 1985, the Air Jordan 1 was already on shelves, reshaping sneaker culture forever. Tiger Woods turned pro in 1996. And Nike had him wearing branded gear within days, building an entire golf identity around him before his first major. And LeBron James signed with Nike before he had played a single professional game. And in less than 3 months, they designed, tested, and delivered his first signature shoe, the Air Zoom generation.
Ready for his rookie debut.
LeBron James showed up as the chosen one, and you have the chosen one. He got all of the marketing, and yet you still were able to figure out how to market Kobe as well. I realize tomorrow we are going to get a Kobe Protro, apparently. I haven't heard much about it. It's going to be $190. Very few people will be able to get it, and that will be about a year after you have signed her and after she won Rookie of the Year. This is so confusing to me. I am so
That is the Nike playbook. See a star, move immediately, and strike while the hype is boiling. So explain this part because it genuinely does not add up. Caitlin Clark signed with Nike in 2022 while still at Iowa. She turned pro in April 2024, walked into the WNBA, and put together a rookie season nobody had ever seen, breaking scoring and assist records while selling out arenas. And Nike's response? They waited. They did not unveil her signature logo until August 2025, nearly 2 full years after she signed. A real advertising campaign built around her, the kind Nike normally has ready before a superstar plays their first game, did not show up until roughly 2.5 years after that original deal. 2.5 years. LeBron had a shoe on his feet before his rookie tip-off. Caitlin Clark got a logo on a t-shirt almost 2 years into her career, after she had already rewritten the record books and turned games into the hottest ticket in town. The gap between how Nike treats its male superstars and how long it took to treat its biggest female star with the same urgency is right there in the timeline for anyone who wants to look.
In your intro, you're personally popular to the point your signature Nike shoes, the A1s, sold out in under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. What was your initial reaction to hearing that?
It's crazy because I tried to sleep through, I wanted to sleep through the alarm. I didn't set an alarm that day. I was like, I don't want to wake up when the shoe drops. I don't want to see anything about it. And so I purposely just slept. I just was like, I'm sleeping. And then finally I woke up and it was sold out. Of course I woke up 4 minutes after the shoe drop, just because I couldn't stand to sleep in. And when I saw it, I literally just started crying only because I couldn't believe it. This was something could honestly say the A1 was one of the most anticipating shoes that we've seen in a long time. And so when it sold out, I was just bawling, crying, because I could not believe that finally this shoe is shared with the world. Finally everyone can see why it took so long and why we had to work so hard and kept it so close knit. But yeah, I was in tears because I just could not believe that people wanted the A1, which is crazy, but it's just that.
And here is the decision that made everything worse. Instead of rushing Clark's shoe out while the basketball world was already obsessed with her, Nike promoted Aya Wilson's signature shoe first. In May 2025, Nike released the Aone, Wilson's own signature sneaker, and to be fair, it moved. It sold out in under 5 minutes, a genuine win on its own. But context matters, and it is not kind to how Nike read the room. Selling out a limited run is not the same as building a movement, and nothing about the Iona's launch matched the demand Clark was already generating without even having a shoe of her own yet. Wilson had 4 MVPs, championships, and years of dominance. Nike still could not turn that resume into demand anywhere near what a shoeless rookie was creating on hype alone.
Caitlin Clark breaks the WNBA's record in history pretty much with the most All-Star votes received ever by any WNBA star that ever played the game. She got 1,293,526. Not only did she receive the most All-Star votes, she also had a signature Nike shoe release with her patented colorway on there, her Caitlin Clark edition. A lot of basketball fans got this message, and a lot of sneaker fans know what this message is all about. Thank you for joining the draw for the Kobe V Proto. Unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. That means you didn't get selected. And you think, damn, they mass-produced Nikes. Why I didn't select them? Because they were all sold out worldwide within 1 minute. Enough said, case closed. She's the GOAT of the WNBA. And she has...
Then came the moment that should have told Nike everything. When Clark's Kobe 5 Protro Player Edition dropped, roughly 13,000 pairs vanished in under a minute. Not 5 minutes like Wilson's shoe. Under 1 minute. Resale prices on StockX and GOAT shot up instantly, with some pairs flipping for double and triple retail before checkout confirmation emails even landed. Search interest in Clark's shoe reportedly outpaced Wilson's by a ratio of 8-to-1 that same morning. Social media impressions for Clark's release reportedly beat Wilson's by a factor of 12. 12 times the buzz for a player who did not even have her actual official signature shoe out yet. Just a special player edition version of somebody else's retro model. That is not just a fan base at that point. That is a full-blown phenomenon. And Nike had it sitting directly in their hands the entire time while they were busy pushing someone else's line out first, hoping it would catch fire the same way.